Well, good morning. Stephanie Denman from the Denman Homestead here. It's been a minute since I've taken you out to the garden, and probably for reasons. It's not really pretty. It's hot, it's dry, I've let things get overgrown, there's weeds, but I'm out here for a few reasons. Daniel called me and he said, "Do you have any tomatoes?" I was like, "Dan, come on." And he was like, "Well, I need some tomatoes for tonight's dinner. Can you bring me some tomatoes?" And I was like, yes, because I'm always getting on to Dan and Lou. I'm like, "What? What are we eating? Where did you get this from? Why didn't you ask me?" So I'm gonna pick them some tomatoes, and I've got some tomatoes. So I'm gonna pick them some. My okra needs picking real bad. But another thing that I've got to get done, and I'm running late. I'm running late on it, guys. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. But I really want to get these pumpkins in the ground, and I got to get them in the ground today. So that's what I'm going to do. Peppers are looking pretty good. So here's my one Sugar Rush peach pepper, and it says to harvest them when they turn a peach color, and I've been waiting patiently. They're still kind of yellow, so we'll see. But yeah, today I need to get some tomatoes. Everything is just so hot. Everything's kind of crisping up. It's not beautiful. It's not lush and green like it was when I first planted everything. These spoon tomatoes are still doing their thing, rocking and rolling. I have been seed saving. So these green beans they're still putting off some here and there, but I've let them dry a lot on the vine. And then I brought them inside and I've collected a bunch of the seeds. So these were really good for seed saving. I've got my whole next year's harvest. Look at this one. This one's just like, no, I'm done. I'm good. I'm ready to call it a day. I feel you. So need some tomatoes, and I'm going to pull up this corn. Need to pull up the corn, and the corn didn't do good, guys. That's the truth of it. It was starting to grow really good. Some of it did okay. The sorghum did awesome. We're gonna do sorghum again. Well, I say that, we haven't processed it yet, but the sorghum grew super tall. It stayed green, didn't mind the wet ground, didn't mind the dry ground. It's starting to actually turn brown at the tops. Once this gets a little bit more brown, we can make this into some grain or give it to the chickens. But this is what we're gonna harvest and press it and make some sorghum syrup out of it eventually, probably in the next 2 weeks or so. So that's pretty cool. But the corn, on the other hand, didn't do so good. I got a few ears, handful of ears from it. But right here in this ground, I've learned that this section probably should have been up there. This is pretty low. When it rains, and it rained a lot at the beginning, it just held water. So it made it bolt really fast. It put stress on the plant. So they stayed kind of small. And yeah. So I need to pull this up. And I think this is where I'm going to put my pumpkins. But I don't know. Oh, this is going to be hard work. So, like, this is a little tiny baby ear of corn. So, it's, it is what it is. It was a good experiment, and lesson learned. But guys, look what we're gonna do soon. Look over here. check this out. These are ready. These are loofahs, and they're ready. These are what we need to make our soap sponges. So they have dried out on the vine. These are still green. There's a lot of still green ones. So some of them still have a ways to go. Some of them are starting to dry out, turn yellow. Some of them are still pretty young and still producing. Like I said, these are our loofahs, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut these brown ones. We can bring them in and get ready to do our craft with them and show you how they work out. Man, that's hard. I'll let those completely get brown. So that's what we're gonna cut right here today and bring those inside. All right, I just talked to Buddy and he's gonna go get the push mower so we can get some of this tall weeds down. And I'm gonna start pulling up this corn, just making stacks of it over here. You know, there's a lesson in this, and I hope you can hear me. Do you know that saying, like, all good things come to an end? Well, all bad things come to an end as well. And I mean, like, not bad as in like, this is bad. Like, this was a good experience and a lesson to be learned, and there's all those things that you can, but like, listen, didn't work out as planned, came to an end, and now we get to start a new chapter, a new journey, pumpkins. So, while all good things do come to an end, all disappointing bad things also come to an end, and it's exciting because that means there's a new journey. So, some of this corn, had I gotten it sooner, would have been pretty good to eat, but this is really good corn to dry out. Now that it's starting to dry, we can dry this and use these kernels for our next harvest. You know what I just now realized? Oh. We were out here working right next to the bees mowing, and I did not even think about it. What?
Got your flowers, babe.
You got this from me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I saw you saving them before you mowed them over. You got them for me though?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Sweaty gross kiss.
So sweet. So sweet and sweaty. I love him. Thank you.
All right.
Put them in water.
What's next? I gotta get the tiller.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get our little hand tiller. And I'm just gonna go down the rows before we plant the pumpkins and till everything up really good. Now that you can see the rows.
Yeah. And while you do that, I'm gonna go ahead and get the water, the
Sprinkler.
so we can get the ground moistened.
Okay.
Before we put the seeds in.
All right.
Let's do that.
Okay.
So, put a little spice in the plants. Maybe not, well, I don't know. It's hot. I'm adding something new. I hope you can hear me. I went to the side garden and I pulled off some of our sunflower heads, different varieties. And I think I'm going to interplant them just kind of chaotically in with the pumpkins. So if you look here, you just rub that off. And you pull back. That's where the seeds are. These are your seeds. So I'm just going to pull some of these off. Just throw them out with the pumpkins. See what happens. I'm just going to roll with it. It's a little bit of chaos gardening. You know. I think Buddy is regretting his life choices. He's not having a good time. So I thought I'd save my back. I got this T-post. I'm gonna stab it in the ground a little bit and drop a seed in. We're gonna start with Big Macs. I'm just gonna do, wow. Look at these seeds. Wow. This is a pumpkin seed here. These are big. Big boys. They're called Big Macs. So I'm gonna probably just do like a couple here and there so I have enough to kind of spread around the whole place.
Obviously, it's not like a super like deep tilling job. This ground's already been tilled up once this season. I just took the hand tiller and went over all the rows, really for two reasons. One, we can see the rows better, and two, breaking up anything on the surface, right? So leftover corn stalks or sticks or anything like that, that's all taken care of. So now Steph can just go through the rows and pop these
Seeds in there.
pumpkin
Look at these
seeds in.
huge Big Macs.
Yeah, those are big.
With the water.
All right, so Steph's gonna finish planting here. I've got to get the riding lawnmower and get the rest of the front and back mowed down.
So something dawned on me. I just planted all the pumpkins and the sunflowers. Sunflowers are planted, and I have the sprinkler going, and it hit me in the face, and then the wind kind of blew, and I was like, man, that is refreshing. And then I thought, when's the last time I've played in a sprinkler? Today's a good day to play in the sprinkler. In my own pumpkin patch. Why not? Buddy might think I'm crazy, but it feels good. And if you haven't played in the sprinkler lately, go play in the sprinkler. What's stopping you? Put your sprinkler out there and sit in a lawn chair, let it spray you down. 10 out of 10, do recommend. Okay, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. We've cleaned up ourselves. Buddy was just saying the feels like temperature is 112 degrees right now at 6 o'clock. But we wanted to wrap this video up and show you what we did over here in our corn patch. Well, not a corn patch anymore.
No, pumpkin patch.
Well, hello. Hello. Oh. Okay, so here it is. Everything is planted. I don't know what sunflowers are going to grow. Yeah, because I took some of the heads of the sunflower, see that right there? And I just basically like threw it out there. I didn't like dig a hole, anything like that. I just kind of threw them out there. Whatever sticks, sticks. But I did plant the pumpkins. And I planted the little jacks, which are like little handheld pumpkins. I planted the big ones. And then I planted some like kind of like weird shaped ones that are like a disc. Forgot the name of them. But the problem is I started them kind of late.
Yeah.
And
we'll get them.
We'll get them
at some point. But
it may not be ready by Halloween, but they should be ready by fall.
We'll have Christmas pumpkins.
We'll have Christmas. Hey, but pumpkin pie during Christmas is a thing. But we should have them at least by like November, where it's still like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It'll still be fun. It'll still be a fun thing to do. I should have started them like maybe 2 weeks ago. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But pumpkin patch.
Yep.
And it was hot.
Yeah, it's hot right now.
Yeah.
I'm just got out of the shower. I'm probably about to start sweating here in a second.
All right, well,
so hot.
Let's head in. But thank you so much for joining us today on the Pumpkin Patch Adventure. I cannot wait to get these loofahs, like show you the loofahs. Because I picked some of the loofahs today. I can't wait to get to show you guys that project.
Awesome.
It's so cool. I think it's so fun. But yeah, we will catch you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.